Yo, what is up, dudes? It is Reflex, and I'm back. And today, I thought we'd do a little bit, bring it back. Bring back something I know you guys really enjoy, and that's the fastest rush routes for different kinds of maps. And now that they brought Vacant and District back, I'm going to be doing those two maps, and first I'll just go ahead and do Vacant. One big thing I just want to talk about real quick is, sorry for the whole inconsistency on my channel lately. It's hard right now. It's hard, it's the middle of summer, so I'm really not playing that much. I'm just working a lot, and I'm at school and stuff, like I've said in the past. But another thing is just, Modern Warfare Remastered. I guess you could say I'm getting bored with it. It's not as fun as it was at the beginning. I absolutely just grinded the hell out of this game early, and I'm ready for something new. If you think about it, I started playing this game in 2009, and the game was released in 2007, so I've been playing this game for almost a decade. That's 10 years, so, it's been a long time that I've been playing this game, so it's kind of understandable to get burnt out a little bit. But, so yeah, that's, just something I wanted to tell you guys. But what's important is what we're about to break down into today, and that is the fastest rush routes on Vacant. And on this map, I have so many cool routes that you can take, and if you get to them fast enough in the correct manner, it can put you on top, and I will show you guys how to do that right now. For the defensive side, one of my favorite things to do is, for the most part, when the people are on offense, a lot of them like to push A over here, and they'll kind of rush towards this area. But if you hit this rush fast enough, and you can do it quick enough to the point where they won't really expect it, it can sometimes work out in your favor. But you just you're gonna spawn, and then you're gonna run like over here. Obviously you're gonna want extreme conditioning for this, and I like to just take this straight alley. Some people will like go around the outside parking lot, but that's a little too long, and you can come right back here, just kind of rush right around them. If you do it fast enough, you can sometimes catch them, but sometimes what you do have to worry about is, like, some people like to do this with an AR. You can run an M16 and do it, but if you're not careful enough, some people will sit right here onto this, like, barrel, I guess. Yeah, this barrel, and they'll just sit and watch and scope you out right there and just try to pick you off, trying to flank. But just try to get it, fast enough to where you can get behind them and try to stop their A push. Another one for defense, which I like to do a lot because this can put you in such good map control. It can just, lock down a good, important section of the map, which is, the A side. When you spawn right here, take a sub or something, and you're just going to kind of crouch jump into that window, into this window right here. If you guys don't know how to crouch jump, it's very, very simple. Just jump and then crouch midair. So just, you just jump and then crouch right in midair. And now, the important thing is that in this area, that you are not in this area for very long, because there's going to be snipers and there's going to be M16 people. So try to hug this wall as much as you can. So just kind of like, don't do that. Just kind of like run and just get behind these barrels as fast as possible. And then what I like to do is I like to hug this wall. And now you got to be careful though. As soon as you come out of this doorway, sometimes you can beat them. Prepare for a gunfight right here on this window. Or they might actually, if they hit it fast enough, they might be up in here as well. But you can do that. So you just get in fast enough and do this. Now what some people do is they will call you out. They'll be like, yeah, I just saw somebody. They ducked behind the barrels. Now they might not have looked far enough over to see you go like this. So what you can do is, if they're still standing there, you can just run right up here and just pick them off looking for you behind the barrels. Alright, so a cool little tactic I like to use for a defensive rush, you kind of add a little bit of a grenade in there, and it helps out a lot if you do it correctly, and it kind of distracts them and, makes them think that you might not necessarily be going that way since you're tossing nades over. But what I like to do is pretty much, you're on the defensive side, you kind of run up to this area. Now you got to be careful. Everyone knows this little alley right here. This is kind of like where they watch the crosses right there, and they just, they see you run by. So what you're going to do is try not to, expose yourself into this alley quite yet. What you're going to do is you just kind of line yourself up right here in this window, right, the front window right there. You just kind of toss a nade over there, and it's kind of a nade spot really, but it's just kind of like a distraction somewhat. At some point you can get it right here and that will stop them from hitting this rush right here, trying to push up. Or sometimes, I don't know which window it is, but you can do it on one of those windows, and you can take out this car right here. But for example purposes, I'm just going to use that one. So you can just land the nade there, and it's kind of a, just a quick distraction, and then you just kind of push straight up through here. And what they're going to think by seeing you run through this alley, they're probably going to end up seeing you eventually. So you're going to kind of run through here, past these windows, and they're going to think you're going to go to this window. And I've used this a lot, so it actually does work. So you just kind of fake this out, and then I crouch right here, because this kind of, it makes you silent, so they can't really hear you now. And then just pop out towards the middle and just kind of fuck them up. Alright, for the offensive side, there's only, a handful of different routes you have, because on defense, it's a little bit more flexible, but on offense, you got to be kind of cautious on this map, because if people play a hard defense, they can just kind of sit back into B and just wait for you to come to them. So I'm going to show you some of the main ones that I use. And the first one, you just kind of, you got your extreme conditioning. You quickly run up one of this dumpster, just jump as fast as you can. The thing that I like to do the most, as soon as you run up to these dumpsters, just start spamming X. Just spam X as fast as you can. And then what I like to do, as soon as you get here, or you can even do it right here, hard aim on one of these little head glitches right here. And this is because those people will end up trying the same rush route that I showed you earlier on defense, and you can just counter it right here and end up picking them up. Now the problem is some people will end up pushing through bathrooms, and somebody will push through here, and they will both go for the gunfight, so you got to be really cautious in this whole hallway. Alright, another little offense one. I'm actually using a default class just because I don't have a smoke, and I kind of wanted to show you guys what it looks like with the smoke. I usually get a teammate to throw it for me, but what you can do on this rush route is, if you do it right, and hopefully they do what I'm about to say, it can end up in your favor really well. But what you're going to do is go up towards like the center and have it smoked, and just kind of rush right through the smoke. Now, what this does is this convinces them that, if he's throwing a smoke, maybe he's just trying to cross or something and trying to make it so I don't see him. So they're just going to end up running right by this window or this doorway and not even peek it. A lot of people don't peek it just because they're scared of getting shot with an AR or a sniper. So they just kind of run by real quick, and they're not expecting you to just be hauling ass up through the middle, and they'll just run right by through there. You actually, if you get through the smoke fast enough, you might be able to see them kind of run by, and you can very easily just kind of like pick them up running through this doorway, trying to get into A and stop you guys from planning. Alright, for the last offensive rush route that I want to show you guys is something you kind of have to do with your teammates, make sure they're covering you correctly. I usually get somebody to pop out right here and either snipe this, or use an M16 and spray down here, try to make sure that they don't end up killing you. And what you're going to do is you're going to run as fast as you can, duck your head a bit, see if you can try to get as much cover as possible, and run to this other end of the dock, jump up here, and then you'll probably like scan this, but you're going to have a stun or something, so you can stun that back corner if they call it that they're in that back corner. Or what a lot of people like to do is they like to rush up and then go up this side and then camp into this corner. So you can just go like this, you can stun off of this like wall, and it'll kind of, I actually fucked that nade up, but you can kind of bounce it into this corner. Or if you have more confidence, you can just easily walk around the corner and fuck them up behind one of these green boxes or sitting in that corner, and just pretty much destroy their day and take over the B site, or excuse me, the A site. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope that was, really cool to watch, just because I haven't done a video like this in quite a while, and I know you guys enjoy them and you guys get a lot from them, so I hope you enjoyed that. I'm trying to get back into the grind of things, guys. Once World War II comes out, I'm actually going to be talking a lot about World War II in, more upcoming videos, but not today. But I will get into that in the near future. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support, all the likes, and for all of you guys that keep sticking around and continue watching. Thank you so much. It means a lot, and I will catch you guys on the